48 teams, 3 countries, 1 trophy. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is the biggest tournament in the history of football, and most people have no idea how it actually works. Here is what you need to know. The World Cup has been running since 1930. For most of that history, only 16 teams competed. Then in 1998, FIFA expanded it to 32. For nearly 3 decades, that was the number everyone knew. But in 2026, everything changes. The tournament jumps to 48 teams, a 50% increase overnight. More nations, more matches, more chaos. And for the first time ever, 3 countries are co-hosting: the United States, Canada, and Mexico. So what does 48 teams actually look like in practice? Think of it like a school tournament. You've got groups at the start, small pools of teams where everyone plays each other. Then the winners move on to a knockout stage where 1 loss and you're out. Simple idea. But the size of the groups has changed, and that change matters more than most people realize. In previous World Cups, the 32 teams were divided into 8 groups of 4. Each team played 3 matches. Top 2 from each group went through. Clean, straightforward. In 2026, the 48 teams are split into 12 groups of 4. Wait, 12 groups of 4 is only 48 teams, so the math still works. But here is the twist. Only the top 2 from each group automatically advance. The third-place teams also get a second chance. The 8 best third-place finishers across all 12 groups go through as well. That means 32 teams make it out of the group stage in total. Exactly the same number that used to enter the whole tournament before 1998. Think about that. The round of 32 at World Cup 2026 is as large as the entire tournament was a generation ago. Now here is a myth worth busting. A lot of fans assume that expanding the tournament to 48 teams means the quality will drop, that weak nations will flood in and embarrass themselves. But that argument was made in 1998 too, when the tournament went from 16 to 32. And what happened? France won it. Brazil won it in 2002, Italy in 2006, Spain in 2010. The quality did not collapse. It concentrated at the top and surprised everyone in the middle. History has a pattern here. Every time FIFA has expanded, the tournament has produced iconic moments, precisely because more nations brought new styles, new pressure, new stories. And here is a statistic that reframes the whole conversation. Africa currently has 5 guaranteed spots at the World Cup. Under the new format, that number rises to 9. 9 African nations at a single World Cup. The continent that has never produced a World Cup winner now gets its largest ever representation on the biggest stage in the sport. The same applies to Asia, which grows from 4.5 spots to 8.5. Regions that were historically locked out are now coming in force. There is something else most casual fans miss entirely. The 2026 tournament is being played across 16 cities, 11 in the United States, 2 in Canada, 2 in Mexico, and 1 in both. The distances between venues are enormous. A team could play 1 match in Los Angeles, then fly to New York for the next. That is not just geography. That is a tactical challenge. Fatigue, time zones, travel logistics, all of it becomes part of the competition. No World Cup has ever tested teams quite this way. The final will be held at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, just outside New York City. It holds over 82,000 people. On July 19, 2026, it will be the loudest building in the world. One more number to sit with. The 2022 World Cup in Qatar averaged 3.4 million viewers per match. With 48 teams, 2026 adds 16 more group stage games to the schedule. 16 extra matches, each carrying the weight of a nation's dream. The broadcasters know exactly what that means for their numbers. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is not just bigger, it is structurally different from anything the sport has seen. New regions, new pressure, new paths to glory that did not exist before. The format does not just decide who plays, it decides who gets a chance at history. So the next time you watch a World Cup match, you'll know exactly what's really happening.